Welcome to Random Select. Please enjoy.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mario back with you again with another episode of Random Select, and I'm joined by the Syndicate, my usual partners in crime, Decatur May Dave and the Frost Giant Will. And today we're going to talk about a wide variety of things, and we're going to get right into it. But before we do that, as usual, we're going to figure out what's been going on with my partners in crime. So we're gonna start it off with the Frost Giant. What's been going on with your Will, and how's your week been, man?
We've been okay. We've been okay. You know what I'm saying? Watch the NBA tip off. So, watch the Hawks look like, look, they're trying to pick up from where they left off last year. But no, most of all, just work. Same old, same old.
Okay. What about you, Decatur May Day? What's been going on in your world?
I agree. Same old, same old. Well, I say that. Apparently, I'm in line for promotion at my job, which is good. Uh, but outside of that, yeah, same old. Chilling. Going to the fair game tomorrow for real this time, and enjoy myself. I've been section three something. Uh, I guess I'm in the nosebleed section. I don't think I'm so high up. I don't think God can see the field. But it's good. That's about it though. Let's get this show
With
started.
with with that being said, will you be tailgating with the Frost Giant?
Nah, I ain't tailgate. I gotta.
I said,
Will you be tailgating Frost Giant?
I about to say, even I won't be tailgating. I said, I got family in town, so I won't be at the game tomorrow myself. So
Oh, you won't be
enjoy the
there?
game. Mm-mm.
Ah, that's amazing. You won't be there and Byron won't be there. Y'all both season ticket holder.
I know.
Wow. You talking about a turn of events?
Mm-hmm. Had I known that, would took your tickets. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
All right, with that being said, let's kick this show off. Like you guys said, the NBA season is here. It is kicked off. Um, the Cavaliers started playing. The Golden State Warriors still looking good. Our Hawks are what, 1-1 at this point right now. Oh no, they 2-1. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, 2-1.
man. Are they?
Yeah, yeah, they 2-1. They beat New York and the team they just played last night. I forgot. Is it Charlotte?
I don't think it was Charlotte.
The Hornets. Who's the Hornets?
Oh, I guess it is Charlotte. I'm thinking about Anthony Davis team. That's New Orleans.
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
Charlotte.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, Pelicans. So yeah, all right. Um, well, a lot of people been talking about what's been going on, and with the South Carolina thing. We won't get into that. We're gonna do a whole totally different podcast that deals with that. But did y'all think that it would have this type of response from, I mean, a wide variety of people all over, all across all media forms and stuff? Did you think it'd be this bad to the point where Raven Simone and some other girl got a true beef and she challenged Raven Simone to a fight? Did y'all think it'd be like this?
I don't know about the fight, but I know it'll be used because once you throw, first of all, once anybody lay hands on a child and throw them across the room, gonna be a problem. Let alone once again this climate of a white officer tossing a black child across the room. Oh yeah, I knew it. Once I really saw the video, I said, yeah, that's a problem. 'Cause I ain't look at it about a
And,
week.
and it's a and it's a white cop throwing around a black female in South Carolina. I mean, that's just a combination of factors that all puts together to equal this.
Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, I don't want to get into it because we're gonna do a show about that at some point. But I just want to ask the teacher that was there that originally asked the girl, why was there no outrage when he was doing that from the person who asked the girl? Because even though you figure she was a problem and you wanted her out the class, don't you think that the person should have stopped? Should have said, "Okay, officer, all right, tell you what, this thing got out of control. I'll take it from here." Where was the teacher who was watching this and should have thought that this was getting out of hand?
I mean, he was watching it, like you said. I mean, you show the picture. He's sitting right there looking at the whole thing. So
Right,
I
looking
don't
at
know.
it, and then just from a logical perspective, I mean, I said, you don't know what you do in a situation until you see a situation. I don't know what would have went through his mind as he saw the cop pull because the pulling the child out the desk took, I don't know, that was a good 5 6 seconds max when that happened. So once you see that happen, what do you do from the teacher's perspective? Because by the time you process what's going on, then decide a reaction you're gonna try to take. The moment's passed.
No, that's not true, Will. That's not true.
Well,
If that
I
was
want to say,
me,
oh, go ahead.
he had a. No, I'm just saying if that was me, when that from the first time it went down, I would have said, okay, hold up, wait a minute. I would have said, okay, officer, look. I'll tell you what, I'll talk to the principal. I'll try to get her mama here or something like that. Okay, this done went too far. Cause we've seen a lot of fights where we stop in and go, okay, you got him, that's enough, that's enough.
Yeah,
You know,
but that's a fight. That's something where everybody involved in a fight is generally a peer of each other. At this point, you've invited law enforcement into the classroom to do something. I said, at that point, you in your mind you may be outranked. I'm not. I agree with you. Maybe something should have been done, but I said from the time on the video, who knew the cops' next logical step for when the girl didn't get up out of the desk would be to throw her and the desk on the ground?
And the
okay,
sad
let
part
me
about
ask you
all
this
this,
question: could you have watched that though, and just sat there and just deferred to the resource officer?
Oh no, no, no. I'm not saying I could have. But I'm just saying that's a lot to ask. Just I don't know how many people just would have been able to process that correctly and make the right decision at that point.
well,
What about you, Kyle?
the resource officer that I know says he should never been called in the first place. Cause they only there to handle stuff that's a crime. They're not there to handle bad behavior. That's not a crime. And that's basically what it boiled down to was bad behavior. Cause all that lady said she didn't want to. The student said she didn't want to give up her she didn't get off her cell phone fast enough. That was the whole beef. We don't really she was bad. She just had her cell phone out. That was the whole real issue right there. So that's a whole nother problem in itself. They said she should have called the administrator, the principal, the counselor should have been called way before it got down to the resource office because the lady did not break. She not committed a crime at all. Period. And no, I couldn't sit
Okay,
back and let that happen or watch that. That was to me, the teacher's a punk ass too. Cause that's terrible. He should got thrown. His ass got thrown put on some type of leave, man. Y'all know child get handled like that. That's a small girl too. And then come to find the circumstances behind the way she was acting with her mom passing. That's even worse.
yeah, but nobody don't know all that at the time. At the time, this just seems like an unruly child. Nobody knows that part of it. I
But the
mean,
girl the girl in her classroom said she wasn't even being unruly. She just had her phone out.
no, that's what I said. At the time, it appears to be an unruly child. You know what I mean? So nobody don't know that particular part. But all right, let's just put that aside for a minute. Dave, you on the front line. You seeing due to your profession, you see kids every day. Do you think that the discipline, um, not even the discipline, the respect factor for kids and the teachers and whatever the authority figures are, it's just not there?
It's I'm just saying from my perspective, it's the teachers. Period. Cause you can go to some teacher classrooms, you know they got complete control of the classroom. You go to other people's classrooms, you know they got mental control. Then you know those who have no control. I mean, it's just the teacher that you are. Some people are just there to teach, and that's it. And they don't do a good job at that. It's just there. So it literally depends on the teacher because you have teachers I've seen personally that the kids respect no matter what's going on. And you got those they'll talk back to all day. So it's just a teacher, man. A lot of teachers do not demand that respect because a lot of people I don't know what it is. A lot of people just they there to teach. They're not there for nothing else. I'm not here to raise nobody's child. I'm not here to do this. I'm here to teach them. They don't want to learn them. They can leave the room. It's more of that. And then once you see that, especially in the school I'm in, where there's a 99.1% Latino population, different languages being spoken. And when school started back up, they said it was 15, 16, 17 different languages being spoken in the school by the kids. So it's a bunch of kids go there that don't even English not even their first language. That's another problem at the school I'm at. But a lot of them just go down to the teachers Some of these teachers just outright scared of these kids, or don't want to be bothered with these kids. They just go to teach and go home. That's it. I see teachers that are late. Do they do extra work? I'm talking about late to 8, 9 o'clock at night, doing stuff for the kids. I seen teachers that never stay late. Get out of there immediately. So the kids know what teachers care for them. Cause they mess up their school, man. You be like, dang, nobody ain't saying nothing. Nobody don't say nothing to the kid. They just let them do these things.
Okay. All right, Will. Let me ask you, Will. You got a little boy, and I mean that's right at the beginning of learning that whole respect and stuff like that, dude. How do he see it though? Not saying that he's a bad kid or nothing like that, but I'm saying what is his viewpoint on it? As if the teachers just because now a lot of people look at teachers just a person in the room. When we were coming up, a teacher was an authority figure, somebody to be revered and respected. You would hate for a teacher to have to call your mom. Do he look at it like that, or is she just a person teaching him math and writing?
Well, I mean, he look at it as a person be, feared and revered because that's what, as parents, that's what we put in them. I mean, that's something that, we just had a discussion about, not that long ago, just, kids just in general, just as you said, that the worst thing in the world as a child was to have your teacher say, "Here, take this home to your mama." Like, for the love of God, give me something else to do. Let me clean the erasers. Let me write sentences. Let me run laps. Whatever you gotta do, give me something else to do. But don't give me a note. Don't give me nothing I gotta take home. Because taking home stuff was just, I said, that was the apocalypse. And now I said,
Hold on. Everything you just said, they can't do no more, Will. Everything
I
you just
understand,
said, they cannot do no
and,
more.
and I was about to
What
say, I was
What
about
do
to
you mean
finish
they
up with
can't
that.
do anymore?
Huh?
What do you mean they can't do
They
anymore?
can't do no more. You got something you can't even you can't even tell them around. You acting bad, turn this around, see the other way. They can't do that no more. That's against school policies. Can't do it.
And, and that's something that's funny because I was just talking to Mario about that today. We were talking about, Chris used to volunteer at our church's No Children's Church, and she asked me to do it. And I was like, and she was telling me about some of the situation she had. I was like, oh, well, shoot, yeah. Why don't you just take them and just, sit them in the corner, till they, get back right? I said, we can't do that. What do you can't do that? You can't do that. I didn't say spank the child. I said sit him in the corner. I said you ain't
Mm-hmm.
you ain't doing nothing to him. You just separating them. No, we can't do that. And for some reason now I said you can't do. I said that's not even. I'm not even calling that discipline. That's just classroom control. Sitting you in a corner is just it's a corner. You still in the class. You still can hear everything. I just need you to understand you did something wrong. And you can't do that to kids no more. You got to treat everybody with kid gloves. And I just
Okay, now does that go back to what we've been saying that the kids have way too much control, and not just the fact that they have control, they know it. Does it go back to that? They know that
Yes.
nothing can be done to them.
sure. I mean, the kids. I mean, we all of us as kids. All of us. Every kid in existence has tested their parents or tested authority. That's what kids do. You say you stick your toe in the water. You keep darting around the flame until you figure out exactly the point you get burnt. Then you stop doing it. And
And it's funny, cause in
go
my
ahead.
school by the population being Latino, you don't know if half them kids are legal or not legal. So they calling their parents to them is still a big deal. But you gotta get the teachers to put the effort in to do it. So I've heard teachers call parents, and it's not a good sound. I've seen, I don't know how far it's gonna go, but I see a kid ain't even get whooped. But I saw him get slapped after leaving the PTA meeting. Parents slapped the shit out of him right in the hallway, goddamn. And looked at me with a straight face. And she didn't speak no English. She just tapped me on the ass and let me know. Yeah, I'm finna get that. As soon as you get home, you get nailed. I said, oh, I know what that means. She ain't got to say nothing. I know what that means.
Okay,
So,
but as a parent, did it offend you, or did you understand, or did you feel like
nah,
you wanted to go to the
offend.
administration and
Let
no?
me tell
But
you.
you know how people are these days,
Let me tell
man.
you what the guy told me one day. A long, I'm just use the Bernie Mac theory. A long, 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 long time ago. I was talking to a resource officer. He told me that he had called a parent up to the school, and he was at the parent in the office, and he told the parent, "You cannot hit your child in front of me. You just can't do it." But I'm about to take me a 15-minute lunch, bro. I gotta do some 15 minutes. I'll be back. And left me in there. So you gotta go, you gotta basically, you know what I'm saying, you gotta kind of skate the law a little bit to keep from getting in trouble, losing your job, because these new rules are in places. You just said that these kids know a lot of them can't get touched, but the more foreign kids, though, I believe, a little bit more nervous, cause like I said, if you have something going on at school, now you got somebody investigating your home life, and you investigate your home life, your parents may or may not be legal. So that's a whole different animal. That's a whole different ball game right there. Period.
All right. So with that being said, y'all have heard me talk about this off air a lot. So don't y'all think that we got this whole no tolerance thing, and I'm putting it on air now that no tolerance should go the other way. We're non-tolerant of BS, of bull crap,
Mm-hmm.
but we tolerate the kids having all the rights, all the rules. But like you said, you bring, I don't know, a Tweety Bird that's a letter opener to school, you get suspended.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? So I just think that school should be reformed right from the get go, and no tolerance should be like this. We're gonna give you a set of rules at the beginning of the school year. We're gonna let you know what they are. Once you sign off on this and say you compliant with the rules, if they break them, it's not none of this come up here crying and whatnot, because we're not gonna deal with this. They done. Find an alternative school for them to go to, but a lot of stuff go through the cracks, so nobody have to do nothing else. And then the
But
parents come out there complaining, but they don't want to raise their own kids.
but a lot of stuff financial too, because a lot of these schools get all this money for these kids being in there. I know of kids that's been in special ed class that shouldn't be there, but they get more money for the special ed kids. So a lot of stuff come down to money too to come to these schools and discipline. You don't want them out of school because you get less money there out of school. So that's another element they don't talk about.
And then to go back to
Well,
what Dave said about just the teachers, you got teachers who are there because it's a job. You got teachers who are there because it's their actual profession. You got teachers who are there who because that's their passion. They want to teach kids. And I'm telling you, I've known teachers who were there who can't teach anything except what's in the teacher's manual. Can't tell you nothing else about the class, but they can teach you in the teacher manual. And if you took teacher manual from them, they couldn't teach 30 minutes on the subject because they're doing the job. As as we as we've all said, there's a such thing as C. We say C doctors, but there's C minus teachers too. I said there's average, there's below average, and there's just plain sucky. And there's a lot of folks who just teach just to get, in all honesty, just to get a full time paycheck during the summer without working. There are a ton of people doing that just because it is what it is. So I
well, with that being said, though, what's the middle ground? Do you think that maybe a lot of this, as far as the discipline goes, should start at home, or do you think kids are respecting their parent but got such a low, way or they see the teachers that when they go to school, they just totally. I mean, that happens. Kids are great at home, and when they go out in the public, they're a totally different way. I mean, are they not seeing teachers as to be respected anymore?
I would say for the most, no, I don't think so for the most part, personally. Like I said, no, because I seen just stuff you see, and you just go, there's just some. Well, I can't say that because I was bad coming up. I ain't don't want to fight the teacher. Well, I don't know. Oh, that's a
see
good
there's a
question,
difference.
Mario.
See, there's a difference between I can deal with the typical child. I can deal with bad. I can deal with you. There's a difference between a child being, I guess, what you would term as mischievous or get into trouble or something, and a child being disrespectful. Because kids are kids. Kids gonna do stuff to get in trouble all the time. But there came a point where you knew not to question an adult. Once you were called to an adult's attention, you stopped. Now
Mm.
that's just erased. And I said, and I don't know whether it's just the fact of, I do believe part of that has to start with the parents. Because I said, you can have a sorry teacher if you want to, but I said, if your parents, if your parents know, if you knew your parents were crazy, you weren't gonna question that teacher on your watch, so you could get in trouble, no matter how much respect you did or didn't have. I said, because
Mm-hmm.
you weren't trying to take that home. So it has to start at home.
So, cause as we go back to what we like to say, you would rather do anything in your power than get that note sent home with you. Cause you remember back in the day, and this was earlier, like when we was in elementary stuff, to make sure it went home, when they would pin them to you, you know, to make sure it got home with you and stuff like that. And our go to story is, our friend Ahmed. Back then people didn't play. Ahmed dad came up to that school. We all knew without a shadow of a doubt, Ahmed finna get his ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no question, no doubt. And all you see was somebody running down the hall. Man, daddy caught his ass and beat the shit out of him. So, it, I mean, but you knew going in, and you ain't have no more problems out of med from that point. But it's no accountability because a lot of these kids, let's be honest, a lot of these kids' mamas is maybe 12, 11, 13 years older than them at the most. So a lot of kids' parents are like their older sister or their friend. And you got a lot of parents who don't know how to be parents.
Mm-hmm.
But see, you got a lot of
Yeah,
parents that
still
take
trying
that
to figure out
approach,
like themselves.
Mm-hmm.
and that's part of it. But you got a lot of parents who take that approach, who should be parents, and still take their approach of, I'm gonna be, no, I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna, to say, that I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna try to, make sure, I have, an open door for my child to, talk to me and stuff. And it's fine to make sure your child can come to you in a time of need, but you can't talk. Your child is not your peer. I said they can come to talk to you to get parental advice, not to come talk to you because they trying to tell you, how much weed they smoked that day. I'm not your friend. That ain't why I'm here. You have a problem, I'm here to help you with it. But a lot of folks think they supposed to be their child's friend.
But what about that parent who figures nobody can't tell my child nothing? I'm the one. You tell me, then I tell my child, but then still don't do nothing about it. Because you got a lot of people who really feel that another adult
Mm-hmm.
cannot say anything to your child.
Mm-hmm.
I supposed to just, as an adult, sit there and watch a child be unruly, disrespectful on my watch, and just not say nothing. And
No,
I can't stand that
mm-mm.
feeling where you got to feel like the child is in charge till you can see their parent. If that's the case, don't even bring that child nowhere around me. Then tell you what, you keep that child over there, and if I can't say nothing with them, I don't know. I just can't stand parents like that. If your child being bad, I ain't saying swing on the child and nothing like that, but I should have the right to say something to them.
And that's why I said the whole that you can't. I said the whole you can't put a child in the corner now. I don't even understand. I don't understand what's the logic of saying I can't do that to a child. Because the child is disrupting the rest of the class, and I got 19 other kids trying to learn, but I got one who wants to just be an ass, and I can't say,
I'm
hey,
gonna
hey,
tell you
look,
something.
you go over there to
You
you
must
act right.
you must teach at the private school. Cause where I'm at, it 30 some kids to the class.
Well, 30, well, you 29 then. I'm just saying, whatever the number is, I said, you can't let anybody's child just, at some point, it becomes a factor. Well, I said, it ain't just the fact that your child is being bad, it's the fact that your child is being bad is messing up the education of the other children in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And me as a professional teacher, I said, I don't feel right letting that happen. I said, if I'm trying to teach a whole class and because you want to act stupid, now I can't get nothing done.
All right, Dave, how does discipline work at your school?
I mean, kids get this one, but they're more so you got time out. You got some I know sit at the office in the office. I guess it's in school suspension, but it's like not even in the office, like a little bit of room. You can. It's not even a room. It's like a small hallway that goes into a principal's office. But they sit there for most of the day. I mean, there's a good chance they might make you clean up with the custodians. They might make you Some people do get suspended now. I mean, they do suspend people. You got to go. It got to be something major, but they will suspend you though. I seen the principal tell the kids the same way you came in the door, same way you go back out the door suspended. Um, so now you new here, but you don't know our rules, and this is how we gonna do it. For the most part, man, it's mostly solid. A lot of kids just get solid lunch. You see a whole class on silent lunch. You look at silent lunch, be 15 kids sitting there. I'm like, all y'all in trouble,
What
but
what 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 the hell is silent lunch?
you just can't talk during lunch.
That's a punishment?
That's a punishment. Yeah.
I know it used to be
Wow.
I knew we did it in elementary school, but I hadn't heard that since elementary school.
Hmm.
Man, I ain't never heard of no silent lunch at Geist. I ain't never ever
No,
heard of that.
no. But see, another thing too, though, which I really believe, and this is a part of the problem too, and it's just me thinking out loud. I've been talking about this for a while. They treat these kids like they don't know shit. So to me, when you treat them like they stupid, they gonna act a certain way. That's
Mm-hmm.
how they. That's how they do, and it's sad. That's why, again, you teach these kids only take the test, and they're not suitable to take the test. You look at them as stupid when that may not be the case at all. You know what I mean? It's just weird. It's a weird dynamic cause I see stuff like, oh, these why they talk to these kids like that? Or why they have them do this and not do it this way? Say do it this way because they think the kids is slow. This don't make sense at all. So now you got a kid they think you got if you got a kid that think they smart, but no, you treat them like they stupid, they gonna feel some type of way about that. So that's a whole nother problem, man. I'm talking about it's weird. It's a kid there in the school now, kind of smart, smarter what everybody giving credit for. I started asking questions the other day, and he was just answering questions, and he in a special ed class. That's my math question. Off top, hey, what 8 times 40? 320? It's the top edge like that. Then stutter, then hesitate. Just asking the question, just answer. But he in special ed class. So you can't. It's almost like they babysitting the kids, man. And that's a whole that you got these kids too old. You calling the kids.
Yeah.
You just it's too much. You don't treat them like they younger. I don't want to say younger adults, but you don't treat them like they smarter to handle anything. So if you treat them like that, they will act like they don't know nothing. They will act stupid. They will act out. You know, like you said, when I got in trouble, I had to go outside and run track on my own, well, with a group of people, and you come back in. They can't do that now. Somebody got to follow them here. Somebody got to follow them there. Like, dang, they can't go to the bathroom. That's somebody just looking at them. They can't go to the track. They can't. They have no responsibility to be. They have no responsibility to be responsible. It just everything is all right. Somebody got to go with you. All right, do this. All right, do that. It ain't even a hall pass. Some people got hall passes. Well, every teacher got hall pass, but they barely ever use it. It's always I'm standing in the door watching you go to the bathroom. I'm gonna stop everything I'm doing in mother class and watch you go to the bathroom. I see. I'm like, dang, really? This how y'all doing this?
Wow. Because
I
when we
mean,
were coming up, the only form of punishment that was, you know, that would make anybody do anything was tell you what, you got to sit inside for PE. We'd rather, I don't know, take a whooping before we lose PE. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But PE is not a major thing anymore. So I guess, it don't matter. Because for
Well,
us, PE was everything.
they got gym here every day. I give them that. They still got gym classes here. They still got everything. Gym, music, chorus. They got a band. They got everything here. So they still have that. I give credit for keeping that. But it just I just look at stuff. Go, there's so much more they can be doing with these kids. Cause you clearly see that a lot of them is really smart. Like a girl told me last year, I said, "Why you how you flunking Spanish? You speak Spanish." She said, "Cause teaching knows what she's talking about. She's not teaching it right." So I'm just disengaged from it. And this is a young lady who speaks Spanish. So it's just weird too, man.
All right. So with that being said, what do you think some of the solution be? Retraining the teachers, redoing curriculum, because I
Curriculum
agree with you.
one. My
Some people
bad.
think teaching to the test make kids robots. Instead of teaching them to think outside the box, teaching them to imagine, use their imagination, or just raise their level of consciousness. Do you think teaching to the test is making kids robotic and
I just
not?
saw a stat the other day, Mario. They said teach from kindergarten. I don't know if it's kindergarten or first grade, but from kindergarten up to 12th grade, they take almost 200 tests. The standardized test. So yeah, that's too many, man. That's too many, man. You
I mean,
teach to the test, and you not giving them an option to go and color outside the box. So
Well,
it's
when
and
we were
you.
growing up, you got to remember we took a lot of them: the Iowa Test of Basic Skill, the
But see,
CRCT,
but you
the
look,
California Achievement Test.
well, you saying different tests. They taking the same test over and over. They got just these same tests. They got the pre-test. They got the test, the pre-test. All this
and
crap.
then
To me, it's just too much, man.
Mario, I'll say the difference with our tests is that our tests were check-ins to see how you were developing as a student. I said, you weren't going to be kept back because your Iowa test wasn't right if you were a good enough student to pass your classes. Now they make these tests a requirement to get somewhere. And now not only as a child going through the school, now it's a requirement for the school to get money from the government. So
Mm-hmm.
now there's just all sorts of wrong reasons to pass the test. I say you just be a check in and say, hey, look, you took like the California Achievement Test. You take it in like third grade. It tells you what you're doing on the second grade level, third grade, fourth grade, whatever it may say, just to say, hey, look, your child's developing like this here. We may want to help them do something here, help them do something here. They're fine here, but it was a check in. It wasn't a requirement, and it wasn't a definition of who you were as a person.
And
Now
we
all
didn't
you are
take
is a
it
test.
every year. We
Nope.
didn't take it every year. You took it like every other year or something like that,
Like I
you
said,
know.
it was a check-in to make sure you were on track. And now it's not a check-in anymore. And I'm gonna go to. It's cliche, but the old what's-the-cation of America thing that we kind of started touching on. I said we don't teach kids as a society that there's any value to doing something themselves or doing something and earning something. Like I said, to the point to where now, like I said, we got kids playing in little leagues and stuff where you everybody play 30 games and everybody get the same trophy. I don't care if you get a trophy for showing up. I'm fine with that. But the champion should get a trophy in capital letters. Something to
Have
just
you seen that?
make.
Have you seen that commercial?
Yes, I've seen that
Yeah,
commercial. That
yeah.
commercial's hilarious, and it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Now,
100%
and I
true.
would do the exact same thing. I mean, I said,
So
because it just
we want every game. Why would participants?
participant.
Why we get the same trophy as them? We won every game.
Same trope.
So I said, I don't mind the participation trophy. I truly don't. I think there should be something rewarding for a child saying, you started something, you saw something through. I'm fine with giving them a ribbon or whatever you want to give them to say, hey, you did what you were supposed to do this year. Here you go, something to put on your wall. The champions I said, they get something nice, whatever that is. If you want to give them the old spinning WWE belt, that's fine, but they need something. The kid needs to see something. There's a reason to work for something, and you just don't. Kids don't get to see that a whole lot anymore.
But why do anybody need anything for participating? I understand that. Like we say all the time off air when we were coming up, you ain't getting 9 times out of 10 we were self-aware to know that during the year we ain't do shit, so we ain't getting shit. You know what I mean? We were self-aware to know that. Like when we play football, you
Mm,
ain't win that, you ain't get nothing. And we ain't hate on nobody for winning that. We ain't go, hey, why Johnny getting some and I ain't getting that? Yeah,
Hmm.
cause Johnny was by far better than everybody. Yeah, you right. You know what I mean?
but that's
So
parenting though. That ain't got nothing to do with the kid. That's all about the parents when their kids get something. They
yeah,
got
I
nothing
know,
to do
I
with the kid.
know, I know, and cause people don't understand. A lot of times, like when my son finished with their youth football league, them kids didn't care about nothing but having that little get together, little party, the end of the season party. They didn't care about no trophies. They didn't care about that nothing. Then you had other parents say the kids didn't get, no certificate or nothing, and the coach said no, we don't run that type of league. He was like, the end of the season party, this is their trophy. This is their certificate. Nobody, and you're right, it's the parents.
That's a
And she the
parent.
only person brought this up. Nobody else cared. So, if you want something to remember it by, you should have took more pictures during the season.
Took more pictures. Ooh, took more pictures. Goddamn.
I mean, let's go
Yeah.
back. Let's go to the fact too. Like I said, and like I said, with the parents, parents do so much. Like I said, used to be even I say now with no taking no Elijah outside and stuff. I said, my job is to simply stay outside, watch him play, make sure he don't get hurt, and to make sure that no generic white van snatch him up. Outside of that, the rest of that stuff is kid conflict. Let
Mm-hmm.
kids figure out how they want to play with the ball by themselves. Let them figure out their own rules of the game. Parents now want to be involved in everything. Why don't you let my baby play with the ball? First of all, it ain't even his ball. If the child don't want to let him play with it, let them settle it. Those are children. Why are you getting involved? It's just and that's just contribute to the fact that the children can't figure out stuff for themselves anymore. We figured out all that stuff on our own when we were kids. How to share stuff, how to make up rules to games, how to settle something. We learned all that stuff on the playground.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, we had full-fledged committees to work stuff out. If somebody had a dispute, hey, Mario, you think y'all should go left or we should go right? And once that person say, hey, what you think? Once that person made a ruling or something, that's what we did. That was it.
That was it. That's true too. That was it, goddamn.
Yeah, so we worked it out ourselves, and there wasn't no major conflicts. And once the ruling came down, that was it. I mean, nobody didn't complain. So, like you said, y'all want to play interhawk, y'all want to play basketball or dodgeball. And once the ruling came down, we
It's funny you said that because I never thought about it like that. But that's true. All I know though, we were little. It just what it was.
yes, nobody argued, nobody told Tam
I
say I'm
got
going in the house.
I got first at bat. All right, I got second. I got third.
Yep.
Yes, and
Right.
and you went on from there.
It was nobody never argued about that. I just thought about it. That's true. All I know. Nobody never. No,
No,
man, I got first. It was just the person called first. You got second.
yeah,
That's funny. Or the old infamous flip a coin, head tail. What you got? Head tail. All right, you
yep,
lose.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, and like I said, and a lot of times, a lot of these kids are antisocial. They don't know how to be friends with each other. They don't. It like two people stay next door. They won't say a word to catch the same school bus, stand at the bus stop with each other in the morning. Won't say two words to each other. Why do you don't hang out with such and such? I don't know. Y'all don't know each other. We stand at the bus stop every day, so that part of the problem too. Cause when we were coming up, a new kid moved in the neighborhood. It was all. That's just another person. Hey, man, you play ball? Yeah, you want to come over here and play? Yeah, what's your name? Doug? All right. Hey, y'all, this Doug. You- and that was it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. It's just that, I don't know, social skills and all that stuff is going down. And like you said, you got parents that want to be people's friends and you can't say nothing to the kids. So it go back to, like you said, the wussification, pussification of America because we becoming so
I've been
sensitive
saying
to
that for
everything.
15 years. Y'all look like all crazy. The pussification of America, goddamn.
That's what I'm saying. You can't say nothing. You can't say anything to anybody without them getting whatever happened to common sense and the truth. Where you just look at something. You know what? He said it kind of messed up, but he got a point. Now people rather go to war over the truth. People want to argue the truth now. I don't get it. So
That I mean, a lot of that I say is it don't that a lot of that behavior has spilled over from or into the politics in America. It trickles down into the people that follow them people, and them people down to their kids stupid crap. And their kids say some stupid crap about you. I ain't talking to you because like you said, we knew people in the neighborhood was gay. We can say gay, but they weren't quite right. We
mm-hmm.
still talk to them, still hung with them. What it was. Now it'd be a problem. You know what I mean? Because it's a trickle down effect, man. A lot of people come to their parents, don't talk. They say their parents tell you not to talk to somebody. Our parents never not talk to nobody. Unless it's just something had to really, really, really go wrong. Talking about
Only way
really
you
go
got
wrong.
banned with hanging with your friends is that you just had one of them type of friend that just kept getting you in trouble. You know what I mean?
Chuck getting you in trouble.
But other than that, I don't know. You're right. I don't remember my mama giving me no speech saying, "Hey, look, you need to stop hanging with that Danny them." I mean, because a lot of times you deal with you. Well, we could go outside without being monitored too.
Mm-hmm.
These
Yeah.
kids can't go nowhere without being
No,
monitored.
no, they can't. No,
Mm-mm.
they can't. I mean, I I'll boil it down to the age old, just as we kids. It was the universal rule, which would be the universal rule should be for all time, but it's not now. Once the car hit the street, it was time for you to move. I said, now kids look at cars like cars intruding on the street. Like, it's a car. Move. The car show up. It means it's time to grab the ball, go to the side, and just wait. Or if you play in the parking lot, once you see a car, and it's funny because we had to tell the kids our parking lot all the time. Once you see a car moving, pick up whatever you playing with and just go to the side. Whatever side you want to. I don't care which side. Just get out the street. When the car leaves, resume playing. This is not rocket science.
Man, it was so I don't know. Like I said, we grew up in a play that was just so different. We could be playing touch football at the top of Dale Drive, right? Us and some old kids could be playing down at the bottom, right? And when soon as a car turn off a Fish Road Dale Drive, the old kid will holler up to the hey, car coming, y'all. That's just the way we function. You know what I mean? They could be off doing their own thing, but they know, hey, we all looked out for each other. Car turning on the Dale, we playing touch at the top of Dale, car coming and everybody get out of the way. I mean, it's just plain and simple. And the game once the car paired, game keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just how we looked out for each other, man. You're right. But to go back to what I said, kids just common sense and just able to process stuff out is just not what ours was. And that's a shame because, like I said, at some point, these kids gonna grow up and these gonna be these robotic adults that's running things.
Running thing.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Well,
All right.
probably not though. Take that back. Probably not. They probably work for somebody else because they color outside the box.
Yeah, but at some point, one of these kids gonna break through. And these same kids who can't process, then they gonna mess around and still end up running something. They all can't be worker bees. At some point, one of them will break through, and then they'll spread that philosophy and that rhetoric down through the masses. And but all right, real quick, how do you think we could get this back? How do you think this could be fixed?
Well, hey, you gotta start looking at parents for disciplining their child. There's a big difference between discipline and abuse. If kids have that feel, they can get in trouble. A lot of stuff just cut out by itself. Period. A lot of stuff just end. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff just cease and desist. If you know you can get in trouble at school, cease and desist. You gotta put it in place. I don't think they have. I know when I was in high school, they had the after school detention, and you had to go to a room. They don't even do that no more. And there's no after school detention in my school. So I mean, I don't know, man. It don't went so far solid because like it's a lot of them people that they went about crap in school, got power, came up, got that power you talking about, and they changed the rules dramatically, and it done messed up a lot of people, man. It just messed up a lot of people, a lot of kids, man. Just turn out like you say, all the crime rate high because these kids feel like they got no there's no consequence for what they do. That's don't trigger out to the streets and everything, man. It's just you can't keep having society where the kids think they run crap. They don't run a goddamn thing. You a child.
Agree with that 100%. Decatur Bay, Dave. All right, Will, what you think? How you think this could be fixed, or either if not fixed, start heading back toward the right direction?
I said, first of all, I second everything Dave just said, and I'll just tack on that as a result of how wussification is taking over. That the fact no one wants to. I'm sorry, I'll just say it like this. Sometimes your kid has to be embarrassed. Sometimes you just gotta make that happen. So everybody get so sensitive about I don't want my kid embarrassed. You gonna hurt his self esteem. No, what's gonna hurt your self esteem is if you in jail and can't get a job. Your self esteem gonna be crap then. If your parent got to come up to class, I mean, like I said, your mama show up in your class, I said all but all but looking like they just walked out the house and to pull you out of class to whip you. Even more so than any whipping you might have taken, just the embarrassment of having to deal with that whole ordeal put you in a place of I can't do this no more. I just said nobody wants to do anything to the kid. I said you treating kids like I don't know, like you scared of children. I ain't scared of a
Mm,
child. I said
mm.
I said if you got to embarrass them, stand them in the corner and go back to the old school dunce cap. And if you want to be extra about it, Snapchat it. I don't know, but just the whole being on eggshells all the time, just it ain't helping anybody. Because when it's
Yeah.
time to not be on eggshells, Your child don't know what to do when they hit the real world.
Parents go to the school dressed up in a nightgown and some slippers, come to whoop your ass. They don't even do that anymore. All these parents dress up.
Dress up. Don't come to school wearing heels.
But I agree with everything y'all just said. And another thing I would do too is time for parents to start getting back to the point where if you don't do nothing, you don't deserve nothing. And I'll be telling Felicia that a lot of time. It's let's stop buying them stuff out. When you feel you want to go out and get you something to eat, why you always got to bring them something back? Why you feel guilty?
Mm-hmm.
You know that they ain't doing nothing. You should be able to say, I work for this. I can come here and eat my combo in your face and feel comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they always think because you get something, they deserve something too, which means that they feel that they on your level.
Nah, she never hear this here, but Angel, how Angel bring same way, and she grown. Now what I get, I need a couple pair of shoes, I need a couple pair of pants. You ain't even think about the time I got it. You gotta stop thinking like that, cause they gonna trickle that down to kids. We ain't having that.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. You gotta stop letting them think y'all on the same level.
And it's funny because, at Elijah's school now, I said, as far as like their like reward, I guess discipline system, in kindergarten, they started where you get a little something each day if you good. During each like little class period, you get like a gold star or something. First grade, they kind of dialed it back from there. Second grade, they've kind of dialed it almost all the way off. And it took Elijah a little time to get used to, dealing with it. And it was like, maybe you need to go back to it. And maybe you go back what you did in kindergarten, but you can't go back to that. They're not in kindergarten anymore. You're trying to wean kids away from that stuff to get them to be, like we said in the earlier conversation, functional young adults. Like I said, like you try to get them to the point where, like you just said, bro. Sometimes you say you don't get something all the time. Sometimes you do the right thing. It's just the right thing to do. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't
Okay.
get
Mm-hmm.
With with that being said, this shouldn't get them gold stars in kindergarten either. That's another bad. Don't do that. Just they doing a good job. They doing a good job. You know, worry about
I
weaning
know.
them off. They're not expecting it. They have to get weaned off of.
I mean, I agree with that, but I know there's two sides of that saying, you trying to teach them in their first time being in an organized environment what to do. I can see that, but at some point you have to
I get
logically
gold stars in
move away from
kindergarten.
it. No, I mean, I said I understand both sides of that, so I'm okay. But I said, and that's the thing we ain't doing now because I said because you want to come back to my because I forgot what happened, but he went to somebody's house. We gave him $1 for doing something. He came back to our house. I said, well, if I fold my clothes, can I get $1? No, they're your clothes. You're supposed to fold them. Go fold your clothes. You don't get $1 for doing
Mm-hmm.
something you're supposed to do. If you do some extra
Yeah.
stuff, I'll reward you for extra stuff. But those are
And I
your
say that
clothes.
all the time. That we've gotten to the point where the stuff that you're supposed to do, you in here bartering with your kids. I just I ain't
Mm-mm.
never had a back and forth system where you barter with kids. Well, what can I get if I do this? You'll get a clean room. You know what and I don't know, man. It's just
You
that
get what
cause
you.
kids don't.
I don't know. What you give to do this? You get dinner. How about that?
Yes, you get dinner.
That's it.
So and that's part of the problem right there. And I'm so tired of hearing my kids say stuff like so and so them do it, or they daddy getting them this and they daddy getting them that. And I said, I'll be more than happy to pack your bags and move you right on in. Go over there and see if they'll let you come.
Hmm.
Like this lady, we was at Best Buy, and this lady was in there talking about how she was stressing about how she gonna get money to buy the new Samsung phones for her and her daughter for Christmas. She was in there saying, "Well, if I go work for the post office part time and I do this,
Handphone.
and the guy said, Holly, is your daughter?" She said 8 to buy the new Samsung phone. 8 at what them phone running about 4 pop $800. This girl 8.
Man, gone. I said, I can't because the first time he came in, like a couple years ago, talking about. I I want an iPhone like someone got an iPhone. Like you ain't get no. I said, you ain't get no iPhone. I, I said, There's nothing you can do to get an iPhone. I mean, the iPhone is just not in your future right now. So ask something else.
And that's what I hate too when parents say, "Well, we'll see." No, come
Oh,
straight out and say, "Hell no, you're not getting that." You know,
mm-mm,
don't say we'll see. Don't build up no false hope. Say, "Hell no, you're not getting this."
Get you an
mm-mm.
Obama phone. That's for emergencies only.
I told
Shit.
you. Well, I told him to no. There's no iPhone in your future. But what if I know? There's no what if you. I can just tell you right now. There's no iPhone in your future. So just ask something else. I said.
It was so messed up. The guy double took at her. You know, when she went eight, he looked at her like, "Hey, you spend $800 something for you and an 8 year old."
For something that the 8-year-old is gonna take the juice box, spill it on the phone, and approximately take your $400 and short circuit it in 30 seconds.
And by the
I
time she
don't
figure
give
out
a
how,
damn if she know how to jailbreak that bitch. I ain't getting it for
see, by the time she learn how to use it, the something gonna be out.
her. I mean, but it just go to show you, you know. And another thing I can't stand too is to seeing the women take the little girls up into the mani pedi place and getting their toes and nails done when they, you know, 8 9 year old. You are setting a precedence that you don't even realize you messing up stuff for later on down the road. You don't even realize.
So she still got soft feet. Yo, you ain't got nothing rough down there. Your feet, you nah.
Ladies and gentlemen, touche. I mean, that's true. You know what I mean? She still got, like you say, the baby feet, but
Still got baby feet.
you still trying to treat them. It's like you vicariously living through them. You know,
What it is
I ain't
though?
never had, I ain't never had no motorcycle and stuff. I ain't going out to buy man now. You know what? I ain't never get one. Here you one of them three wheelers. You know what? Ride it. I just don't get it, man. I mean, cause you can't let your kids live better than you live. We live in the same house. How they living better than you?
I mean, but
All
that's
right.
all. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say go ahead and wrap it up for us. We getting to that point, y'all. It's 52 minutes. Go ahead and wrap it up for us. We'll give us some thought provoking in your final wrap up.
Well, I got something I guess unusual, unconventional in this day and age. To stay on subject, parents just be parents. I mean, just listen, be the parents your parents were to you. 'Cause I think a lot of us, grew up and said, I ain't gonna never be like that to my kids. Oh, I'm gonna be such a better parent. I'm gonna do this, this, that, and this. And just the first time I had a child in my house, and I found myself saying without hesitation, because I said so, I understood. It's like I understood the equation of life at that exact point. I understand why my parents said that now. Because sometimes it's just that simple. When you're talking to a child, because I said so. I'm an adult. That's it. I can do that. That's it. That's why I'm here. In terms of your childlike life, your child life, I am your version of God until you know otherwise. Because no, and Cliff Huxtable said it best, and I'm saying Cliff Huxtable for a reason. I brought you in this world. I'll take you out. Be a parent. Simple. Just get back to being a parent. A lot of stuff be fixed in this world. Parents just be parents.
You must haven't heard, Daddy. You talking crazy. I'll call 911 on you and the psych eval line. Cause they say once you start talking like that, call this number.
Okay, call the number. I tell you what. Say you enjoy your nice house with lights and stuff. They said go and see all this at a foster home, and let me know how you doing because
They'll, they'll
I'll be
still
back in my
they'll,
house.
they'll still have lights.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have your PlayStation 3, but you'll have lights. Say, go and see how foster care and DFAS work out for you. I said, because I'll be back home eventually.
So I ain't gonna fight for you to come back either. Call if you want to.
No.
But y'all do know
Pull my
that the
child
way
back.
that this work is, if DFAS come to your home and to remove that child from your home and send them to a foster care place or something, they go on your check and make you pay for a portion of their upkeep to be in the foster home.
Come on back home, son. Come on back home. Love my son. Need him back to the house.
No, but what happens is if you do invite them back, in which I tell my kids all the time, I will give you the very bare minimums, and you will see what life is really like.
I mean, your
You
room
know,
will be a
you
bed. I ain't gonna say a bed. It's gonna be a mattress and a box spring. Ain't even spring for rails. With a mattress, a box spring, I will buy you 5 of the exact same outfit from Walmart.
that's what I said. You supposed to get them, provide them the very bare minimum, and see how life is then. You know, so all right, Dave, come on. What's your prolific final thought for this podcast?
I had that prolific. I just bounce back to what I said earlier in my statements. You gotta get police out your business when it come to punishing your child. Unless it's abuse involved. A whooping is not abuse. Abuse punishment is not abuse. If you start seeing scars, physical marks on the child, I understand you gotta come in, do some investigation, whatever, whatever. But you gotta get a simple whooping is not a call for you to call the cops to my house. Me punishing my child is not that call. Me yelling at my child in public is not that call for you to call the police on me by me disciplining my child in public. You gotta, like we'll say, break it back down to the basis of being a parent. Period. I mean, this is not rocket science. You listen to Oprah put that timeout crap into place in the 90s and look at the crazy ass kids and adults you got now. And that's the problem. When I saw timeout in the 90s, I knew it was a problem. And it's a problem now. You can't even put them on timeout no more. So think about that.
I
So
mean,
you,
not
you
time out as
gotta
well.
you gotta put them. You gotta get back to the basis of being a parent, like Will said. And I'm one of the people who said I never treat my child like my kid, my parents did me, cause a lot of it was abuse. So that's the reason I want to have kids when I was younger, because I didn't know how to react to a lot of things. But you gotta break it back down, just basic parenting 101. It's not rocket science. It can be Leave It to Beaver if you wanted to, but Beaver them still got in trouble. You gotta you gotta set guidelines and boundaries for your kids. Period. They can't break those boundaries with you. They gotta be respectful to the teachers. They got matter of fact, bring it back. Start at yes sir, no sir. Can we get back to that? Yes ma'am, no ma'am. They don't even do that no more. You gotta get back to that, just so respect for your elders, and that'll carry along a lot of weight too, and everything else they do.
Okay, I agree with that 100%. And like I said, we're in the show with this. Like you said, we got to get back to hard set rules written in stone in your household. You got to stop let people that's 13 and 14 who don't work, ain't bringing in a dime, ain't bringing in nothing feasible or nothing that could help the household run the household. You got to have rules that are set in stone. Look, if you break these without a shadow of a doubt, this is what's going to happen to you, and you can't bend doing that. You got to say, look, you knew what it was going in, so this has to happen. You got to start taking the. Cause I don't understand how come you can't control a person that you are responsible for every aspect of their life, but you can't control them. You responsible for paying whatever bills you got for them. You buying their clothes, buying their food. You responsible for everything. They lunch money at school, but you let them run everything when you pay for everything. I don't get that. So you got to set hard rules and start just taking it back. If you can't do this, then this is coming away from you. And because a lot of parents can set the rules, but they can't follow them through and see them through. Therefore, the kids just wait you out until you go back to being normal, then they go back to being who they are. So that's all I got to say. Write them in stone and stick to them, and we'll leave them at that. Leave it at that. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Random Select. Not normal, our normal typical show. We kind of went off on the thing and we just ran with it. But nevertheless, valid thoughts, valid points were made. So thank you guys. Go to the website, therandomselect.com. Check out the podcast. Check out the blogs. Go to the YouTube site. And once again, Random Select is out. Thank you guys.
You have been listening to Random Select. Thank you. Goodbye.